Welcome everyone. Pre-market prep at the close here. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the final 20 minutes or so of today's session. Nothing ever goes straight up or straight down. Today is sort of exhibit A of that. We'll bring up the charts here, and I'll let Joel kind of walk you through what has happened because it's been uh, a volatile day. I was looking at the VIX this morning. I was noticing that the VIX was getting just smaller, lower,
What?
lower, 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 and then VIX spike today. You'll see why on that chart of the SPY. Weak morning, rebound after the fact, but I don't know.
Yeah, good afternoon, Spencer. That's a good way to put it. Nothing goes straight up or straight down. Pretty much opened at the highs of the session. Had that resistance up at the pair highs at 31.74. Couldn't even take out the pre-market high, reverse course, and then I think that sell-off down to 31.05 and a quarter. I think that was attributed. There was a lot of things going on with Trump and revealing his financials, and one court said one thing, and then another court said another thing. So I think that was it. I think that put a little nervousness into the market, whether or not Trump would have to reveal those financials. With all that being said, we got down to Monday's low. And if you can believe this, Monday's low was made on Friday because of the holiday. And we had that extended session Thursday night. We traded from 6 p.m. on Thursday night until 1 p.m. on Saturday. And that's when you hit 05 and a half. You never got to look at that in the regular session. We were much higher when we actually came in to actually trade the markets Sunday night and then Monday morning. So going forward, that is your level on the downside. That 31.05 and a quarter right now stands as the weekly low going into tomorrow. That'll be the key. Overall, pretty quiet range for the entire week, but that's what we're looking at on the downside for a little bit more of a pullback. And on the upside, we do have the 31.84 high from Tuesday. But we have one interday high at 74 and a half. So really like 05 to 74, anywhere in between that level, you're just kind of throwing darts at the market. But I'm sure it'll be resolved to the upside or downside tomorrow. Crude, it just can't hold that 41, hit 40.99 today, down a buck 46 at 39.44. That's certainly not helping the market. 11-year high for gold, 1825 and a half. Sellers come in that low, 1799.60. We all know 1800, former resistance. Will that be new support? Silver, big reversal here, almost 45 cents off its high of the day at 1944 and a half. And Bitcoin struggling at that mid-range between 9,000 and 10,000. 95.45 was your high, but you're now down $275 at 9,235.
Yeah, Joe Biden also. I think he just finished speaking. He was speaking there for about a half hour from 3 to 3:30. So that probably weighed on some things. He talked about wanting to raise taxes as he's wont to do. So not a surprise in terms of platform, but I think the market may have been reacting to that there. I wrote down some tickers from the
Sure.
chat this morning. We'll cover those. We'll also cover tickers being thrown at us right now in the chat. But I do want to get to one stock that is on, or two stocks actually that were on my
Sure.
radar today for big moves: Virgin Galactic and Mohawk. Let's start with SPCE making a big move today. I don't know.
News?
It,
News me.
it,
News me.
it doesn't need news. This is not one that needs news. I don't know if there is news. Is what I was trying to say, and I don't think it matters.
It was just a sleeping giant here. I know Triple D. I think he hung on to this one, even though he had talked about the $15 level. It did get tested a couple times last week, but never. When you look at these important support levels that you're leaving on, taking them out intraday is a lot different than closing below that level. So it did not close below 15. You hit 1934. Woke up here, decent, just consolidation, just under 17. This 1934, we're 22 cents off that. Let's see. I think to really break into higher ground here, 2153 high was on May 8th.
And if that's one of your big winners today, your big loser is MHK, Mohawk Industries. They are being sued by the Mississippi Public Employees Retirement System, and a couple of analysts, Deutsche Bank yesterday and Wells Fargo today, have called attention to this lawsuit for allegedly falsifying demand for their products.
Can I say Mohawk got scalped today?
Oh.
No, I can't. I can't.
Oh,
I retract
don't know
that.
about that one.
I retract that statement. Boy, oh boy. I mean, for falsifying demand, whether it's true or not,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Um, well, the chart didn't look good, right? And it was kind of leaning on, had a bad day. Yes. Boy, this thing has had a bad couple days. I wonder if people had this news ahead of time. Lost 8 sticks on Tuesday, another 4 sticks yesterday, and 20 today. Oh, boy. I mean, has the company come out to defend itself?
That's a good question. I have not seen anything from the company.
Okay. Well, that's what you need here. You hit 68.10. Really, what do we have there? Do we have anything there to lean on? 68.10. No, not really. I mean, I see a 69.87 low. I mean, if you try to pick a bottom and it's saying you'd have to lean on that. The problem is if you lose that, you drop to 65 and then you drop to 60.05. So this is Mohawk Industries. This is a tough one here. Getting a little bit of a rebound on the day, but if you're going to try and pick a bottom, I wouldn't let it go much below yesterday or today's low at 68.10.
All right, I promised this morning we'd cover some stocks we didn't get to in the chat. Let's do that right now.
Sure.
Somebody kept mentioning Penn National Gaming, so we'll just do
Penn
that.
National Gaming.
Yeah.
Boom.
Up about 3.5% today.
Okay. Any news associated with that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
This is like a sentiment name, so
Yeah, this is I can't really see anything here that would that would make me think it was going to pop today. You kind of faked people out yesterday. It looked like 28.31. Man, I really can't glean anything here from this stock. 30.14 or 30.41's the high. I don't see a next daily high to 31.93. That low at 28.23. Boom. This is a tough one, Spencer. I would say psychologically here, this thing needs to close over $30 and then maybe make a run at 30.41. Then it opens up to 31.93. But it just looks like they stopped people out yesterday, brought it up off the low, and then just took it higher today. So tough stock. I don't have much of an opinion on that.
How about the consolidation in GAN, GAN? I don't know if you've looked at that of late.
Quiet consolidation. Ooh, boy, oh boy. And this one hasn't backed off, has it? I mean, it made the move, retracement, back up. I mean, if you are a trend follower, the trend is up. You made a new high, a couple days of sleep, of consolidation. I will say where we at. We're at 27.20. We got 3 lows between 26.20 and 26.36. Another low at 26 cents. So 26 is the major level in here. If you want to try a little bit of a swing trade, there you go. You got to be out or you could be out as a possible exit point. 28.10, it's peeled back off this high. So 26, I'll call it 28. 26.28. Let's see which one goes. It's holding in there nicely, especially after some of these other stocks sold off, Penn and National Gaming.
All right, here's one, LVGO Livongo. I'm pretty sure they do like a diabetes testing, I believe, and we did not talk about them the other day. They did raise their guidance on Tuesday, and then a few analysts, Needham, RBC, Morgan Stanley, after the fact, coming in to raise their price targets and reiterate their bullish ratings. But you see that candle today, so you see what I'm talking about. But blast off mode for this stock, and like I said, the guidance raised from Tuesday.
The stock does a consolidation for year and a half, 2 years, blasts up another consolidation point, move higher, another consolidation point.
A weekly.
I don't know what to tell you on this thing. What did you get to? You got to 108.95. Pretty good volume today. Not as good as it had that big move on Tuesday. I guess with this one, I would just mark the close, wherever this high is, 108.95, and call that resistance. And then if you're, playing this from, not wanting to get back profits, see where it closes at today and, try and use that. I think that will be a bigger level tomorrow than that 108.95. I think you hold that open. And I don't, if you can hold whatever it is, 106, 106.70, 106.80, I think you'll be able to get up there and take out the high. But I'll put emphasis on the closing price tomorrow for LVGO.
All right, so you guys know, maybe you don't know, but I'm a big ETF fan.
You are.
And here's one that I missed the other week. I wish I hadn't. A new ETF, Germ is the ticker, GERM. It's an infectious disease ETF. It's got all your hot stocks. It's got Novavax. It's got Moderna, Inovio, all among the top holdings. Quest Diagnostics, LabCorp, all among the top 10 holdings. So the Germ ETF, your latest infectious disease play in the market.
Wow. I'll maybe wait for this to cool off a little bit. You made that high yesterday. Boom, boom. You made the high at 30.60. You exceeded it today by going to 30.90. Kind of reversing course a little bit. Gonna post another close here in the upper 29 handle. I mean, if I was looking at this long term, based on what I'm seeing now, you had a 25.65 low or 25.15 low on the initial day of trading. And there's only a 5-point move. For me, if I was looking to stick this long-term portfolio, I think I'd rather see it coming down like to 20, 27.5, 27.75, 6-point move. Let's just call it 28, just to get it in there. I'm not sure about chasing it here. This is a thin one, no, man. 147,000 shares have traded, 200 yesterday.
Look,
Yeah, it takes a while to build up volume.
Yeah, new ETF, you have to, the volume will not be there in a new ETF unless you get lucky and you're like the hack ETF where you debut right before a major hacking scandal. But for most new ETFs, it'll take weeks, if not months or longer, to get that volume up. All right, let's talk about some stocks in the chat right now. Roku was brought up. I spent about 5 minutes or 10 minutes earlier trying to find news on Roku today. I did not see anything. So this move it could just be like a market thing. But I did not see or was not able to find.
You'll get the news tomorrow, Spencer. Breakout, I would just say 3 highs in the 135 handle from the last 3 sessions, 35.97, 35.81, 35.14. You opened above that area and nearly just did not get much of a pullback. So maybe some shorts that were leaning on those 3 highs there, 136. And then when it gapped in, the big boys wanted to inflict some pain. So that's what I'm looking at there in Roku. Let's see. You are getting back all of your COVID losses here and then some. 141.71 was your high in February 13th. And let's see. What do we got? We already made quick. Oh boy, this thing is a beast. On the dailies, next thing I got for you is 153.35. That was a high on December 5th, but that's not too far away. I mean, this is really the first day of the move here. So Roku, I was up a little over $3 yesterday. Decent volume. I think maybe some flats. Shorts got caught looking flat on this one, and then had to chase into a rising market. Fresh money coming in and inflicting the pain on the shorts.
All right, here's one we haven't talked about for a while. I haven't looked at the chart in a couple of months at least. Is Harley-Davidson. We're being asked about that one.
Yeah, laying off 700 people and getting rid of the CEO, I believe.
Hmm.
Man, oh man, it's holding in there on this kind of news.
It's sneaky. I feel like it's sneaky.
It's sneaky. It's hanging up here near the high of the move. I mean, I think I'd be more inclined to kind of like, since the overall trend is down in this one, it'd have to prove to me that we can get above the COVID recovery high at 28 and keep on going. If you're shorting from this level, you got to give yourself up to that area, but I don't know, just a stodgy stock here, lagged on the rebound, cutting jobs. I mean, are people buying motorcycles, Spencer? I don't know.
Well, they weren't before, so
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they are
yeah.
now.
Tough. I mean, until you break out above 28, you just got to think this thing's just, kind of look dead money.
All right. Here's a chart that I'm hoping you can have an opinion on. Pluralsight, PS.
PS. Sleepy. What do they do? Vision company?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but in the pro,
Multiple vision company?
I can find out in a few seconds. Software. They are what do they make? It's a cloud-based learning platform. Okay. So it looks like they do.
I like this one. I like the way the chart's shaping up. I like the price action today. You had buyers coming in at 18 and a half, 3 days in a row, 1882 low today. Now you're pushing up through that 1940 high, current high 1950. High at 1940, 1970. I mean, this one, the trend has definitely been up since the March low. A little bit of a pullback, a little bit of consolidation, and no, I don't mind this chart at all. I wouldn't want to be shorted.
Some of these stocks that you're dropping these chats, I can tell like, oh, Joel's not gonna like this one. But this is one that I thought, oh no, you know what?
This one, yeah,
No, I like this one.
it's a setup. I mean, and I'll be honest with you. If I don't like this setup, but this one pretty good uptrend. I don't know what the hell happened to this in the middle of 2019 for that big gap down. If you want your super extra major resistance in this thing, 2 monthly highs in the 22 handle, 22.28 and 22.50. That was your May and your June highs.
The beauty of the pro is I can find out what happened in the middle of 2019, and I don't actually. Well, 2 minutes left. I don't want to go back and look.
Okay.
So let's move on here. Let's go to some more from the chat. Fastly, I don't know what more there is to say about
What is it up? $7 today or something?
What else is there to say about it? Just hold on for your life. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything to really say about that.
If you got a target, take it. If not, I would just keep moving my stop up. The highest low it ever made yet today, 94.50. The close open, this thing really gave you a little tell off the open. $2 lower open, right? Or $1.50. 96.16 was your close. Open 94.60. And if you blinked, you could have stayed in this trade because it went down to 94.50 and then turned higher. Also, this is another big volume day on this one on the upside. So I don't know when this thing is ever going to stop.
ON on semiconductor.
Let's see here. I know AMD is having a big move today, but on sleepy, once again. Move up off the March low, consolidation now near the top of the consolidation range here, trying to bust out over 21. You got another good number here because you had a high at 21.38. So, man, you take that out and another leg higher, perhaps get up. Boy, there's a lot of highs in the upper 21 handle. I don't know. It's a tough one, folks. I'll say 22 would be a major breakout now.
All right, that'll be a wrap here. If you have any more questions, any comments, concerns, you can always email us, premarket@benzinga.com. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please remember that all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. You can catch a replay of this on YouTube, catch our full archives on YouTube or on our podcast. And that's what I got. Hit that like button as always. We appreciate that. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with the full crew. In the meantime, have a great rest of your Thursday and stay safe.